Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more PokéMMO Fire Red and Leaf Green. Should have been saying that from the very start, to be fair. It does cover both of them, but on the Switch eShop, I got a digital Leaf Green for a bit of a change, as I didn't feel like I wanted to recreate our MMO file a second time digitally, as I've already done it on my physical Fire Red, where I've covered all of the legendaries, which brings us to now. Speaking of, as I have been talking, I've been showing clips that I've taken during my Switch Leaf Green playthrough, showing that after becoming the champion, you can automatically and magically receive 2 mystery event gift tickets that are no longer available for the physical copies, the Aurora and Mystic tickets. However, these tickets cannot be used until you retrieve the Ruby at Mount Ember to get the Rainbow Pass, which unlocks the rest of the Sevi Islands, of which the Vermilion Portsman will acknowledge along with your 2 event tickets, allowing you to legally shiny hunt and encounter Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Deoxys. Yes, you could trade over Colosseum's Ho-Oh reward and XD's Purified Shadow Lugia from your physical GameCube to your physical GBA games, but since that's not available via NSO, which I'll get into in a moment, they included the events to make these 2 birds plus Deoxys possible. To be fair, they allowed Glitch Mews, plus adding the GS Ball event, to legally catch Celebi on the 3DS Virtual Console digital versions of Generations 1 and 2, so the Generation 1 remakes of Gen 3 getting the same treatment is a massive bonus and worth the double dip. Also, and you would not believe this, while heading to Cerulean Cave to get Mewtwo to get back up to par with my physical Fire Red version, my first encounter upon booting the game up that day, next to Nugget Bridge, I encounter my Roman legendary beast, Entei. Of course, it's a roaming legend, so I Master Ball it because I couldn't be bothered to chase it down now that I've seen it in the Pokédex. I have no intention on hunting this down, as I did mention this while catching Mewtwo, but now that I have it, I have more info. You can only find 1 roaming legend per file, first available after you retrieve both the Ruby and Sapphire by defeating Gideon and the Rockets in the Sevi Islands and placing the Sapphire in the One Isle Poké Center. The Gen 2 legendary beast that you will encounter is dependent on which starter you chose, and it's specifically the type to beat your starter. Entei if you chose Bulbasaur, Suicune if you chose Charmander, and Raikou if you chose Squirtle. Now, you may notice that these beasts are rude. Not only can they run on turn 1, they have Roar! So if they get trapped with a move like Mean Look or with an ability like Arena Trap or Shadow Tag so they cannot run, they can make you run anyway. But the cherry on top for that scenario, at least on the original physical releases back on the GBA, is that if they roar you, they give you the height of disrespect and disappear forever. That is a glitch that is thankfully fixed in the Switch eShop releases. However, because of these hidden changes within the code, plus I can only assume wireless protocol changes over time, the physical versions on GBA with a wireless adapter are not compatible with the digital Switch versions. Same could be said for connecting to the GameCube NSO versions, as those are the original games, so you can't trade a legendary beast from Colosseum over to the digital Leaf Green or Fire Red, so you can easily track your roaming legend before you encounter it when it becomes available. As such, the fact that I encountered Entei the little earliest possible time after putting in the Sapphire is absolutely insane, because that is the exact same time Cerulean Cave becomes available for you to catch Mewtwo. Now that I've actually caught my roaming legend, I no longer have a Master Ball for Mewtwo. I was going to catch him, go back to Vermilion and just catch the event legends as we didn't have access to them before, but now I need to catch the toughest Pokemon in the game legitimately before I even go for those other 3. So I am in front of the beast, which is hilarious because I've already caught him, but you know, because now I won't have a Master Ball, I can't reserve it to just get one of the others out of the way easily. So, yeah, but you've met the team during that little montage. I have a new set of Pokemon. I wanted it to be interesting. I wanted to actually use Pokemon I don't use that often. I mean, of course, I have a Bulba Redux here, and I also have a Sandslash, but I also have a Hypno, a Vaporeon, a Crobat that I did also show was trying to evolve way back in, what was it? I think it was the Silk Code building at like level 36 or something. Yeah, it was already at max happiness at that point, but until you get the National Dex, you can't evolve Pokemon beyond Gen 1. It's a little bit annoying, but I guess it makes sense because it's balanced around that, but at the same time, it's like if it's supposed to evolve further, just let it. It's a bit odd. But yeah, the levels are a bit lopsided as well, but you haven't seen the move, so I will go through that. I'm not going to be trading for a Steelix as I've got a metal coat here, but I know that there's a second one you can get in the trainer tower. That is something I haven't done on this file. It's the only thing that I'm not on par with, but that's literally just a few items because you can't gain experience in there. So that's perfectly fine. But we got Steel Wing, Wing Attack, Poison Fang, and Leech Life. Now, Poison Fang's actually quite interesting because I would have given it Sludge Bomb because I always get Sludge Bomb in a Pokemon game and can never teach it. I could have done that here. However, I got Poison Fang beforehand on a very late level up, I think level 57. Also badly poisons the foe, not normal poisons. This can inflict badly toxic, which obviously you lose the badness if you swap out, but that's still pretty powerful. So I'm trading basically 20 power for potential badly poisoned, which is interesting to me. I didn't think that was a thing. Mermaid Man has Surf, Aurora Beam, Bite, and Sand Attack. It has the black glasses to power up the Bite. Sleepy has got an interesting moveset. He has the Quick Claw to make things a little bit more faster for Hypnosis or setting up. But the idea is, and the reason why the moves are kind of split up like this is because that when it's like, you know, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right in order. So that's how it would be down this way. Calm Mind would be above Psychic because Hypnos are actually quite physically and... well, physically attack... yeah. Sorry, I could not speak there for a second. Physically offensive, as well as defensive. It's got decent special defense as well, but its special attack's actually its lowest stat. So the fact that we have Calm Mind, which increases both special attack and special defense, we can tank hits, and we're then buffing up our Psychic, which is Stab. But if not, I've got Focus Punch here for a massive physical attack, but I can't get hit if I'm going to get it off. So then I go for the Hypnosis. Put an enemy to sleep, I can then punch it freely. Although a lot of Pokemon tend to wake up turn 1 when I tend to use Focus Punch, which is quite annoying. So, but that's kind of like the idea behind the moveset there. It's kind of an experimental. We have Sand Slash here with a Brick Break, Rock Slide, Slash, and Dig for that stab. We actually have a Silk Scarf to power up the Slash, which obviously gets buffed with high critical hit ratio, so that's going to get even more buff on top of that, which is the idea. The Rock Slide can flinch. Bobble Redux, kind of the usual move I normally have for my Venusaurs at late stage. Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, be annoying. Strength for general purposes, and Frenzy Plant for that, well, Grass Hyper Beam, effectively. And considering that the special attack is slightly higher than the attack, it's quite decent. Quite well-rounded all over. Holding the Miracle Seed to buff up that ever so infrequently used Frenzy Plant, so it should just destroy foes. Might actually want to pop one of those off in this battle, but we've got Sleep Powder, which I'll need. Lenny! This was a bit of a influx during the whole game. We've got Payday, so I get money. Stab Attack as well, but we have Aerial Waves and Shockwave, so you can never miss if enemies decide to be annoying. And Shadow Ball for that physical power, even though it lowers special defense because Ghost is weird in Gen 3 and below. But that attack stat, I mean, it's not very high, but it's what you can work with, and he's the fastest member of our team, I'm pretty sure. Let me go back up to my Crobat. No, Crobat is faster, but the attack is a little bit lower. Actually, no, it's a little bit higher, but it is a bit, no, they are the same level as well. Okay, so yeah, my Lenny's a bit frail. But we get Amulet Coin, which makes sense, because if we're going to use Payday, we're going to get more money. And that's basically the team right here, so... Let me show you my bag as well, because that's probably a good thing. Yeah, I actually got the yellow float out of the game corner. The game corner is actually really easy, so... And I'm not talking about spending money. As you can see, I have no Master Ball, although I did find both Nest Balls and both Net Balls in the both Rocket Hideouts. The Rocket Hideout in Celadon and the Rocket Hideout in Isle 5. I think it's R5. But you can see I've got 99 Great Balls, 40 Ultra Balls, and because I've been doing a lot of other stuff in my personal time, just getting all the Pokemon and all that, my money is not looking so good. Yeah, it is pretty low. And that was where Amulet Coin, but And my playtime is also not the best, but that's fine. But now I've shown that, the only thing I've got to do is actually catch this thing, which is going to make this video a little bit longer than just going for the other 3 legends, which is what I was originally focusing on, because I happened to bump into the roaming legend. Absolutely unbelievable. So all we need to do is just damage this thing, really. I want to go wing attack, mainly because I don't want to badly poison it. Then again, it does have recover, so that might actually be more worth. But because of badly poisoned, the problem is that it'll double in power every time. So even if it's at full health, it will get to the point where it will eventually just kill itself unless it spams recover. I mean, I could try that. That would be interesting. You know what? We're here. We might as well try it. And I actually got it on the first usage. Wow. Maybe it caps off at a certain point. Maybe it won't take more than half its health off at a single hit. I'm definitely dead. So I got the poison off at the right time. I can't put it to sleep now, so we're playing a dangerous game here. I can reset perfectly fine. There's no autosave, thank God. But there's something else I also need to make mention while we're attempting to do this. The way that this game is running is emulation, even though it's just not running on the GBA NSO, it's its own separate thing, because it has these fixes. And it also allows it to be much more easily made compatible with Pokemon Home. As I mentioned, the problems with the changes of the code itself make it incompatible with the physical versions, plus the fact you can't really connect to them very well. You also have... Wow, that was more damage than I was expecting. I think it's going to die to the poison now. Oh my lord. This is terrible. Please use recover. I'm begging you. I was not expecting a critical hit with the boosted black glasses there. What I was trying to say was... let's just go for an Ultra Ball. I doubt it's going to work for one ball, but hey. What I was trying to say is... When it comes to not running on NSO, but you got Pokemon XD and soon Colosseum being on the NSO, it's a bit odd that they would do that, considering that it's not compatible with that, but you don't need it to be. It's a bit of a weird decision, but this emulator is compatible with Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald, according to data leaks, so we may get those games added as well, and those games may have their mystery gifts available. Yep, you're done. You have to reset. Now, X is start and Y is select, mapped to the same button, so if you press all 4 of the face buttons, it's an easy 4-button reset. Just thought I'd mention that real quick. And even though I've, as you just saw with that very brief flashback, that little paper on the Pokemon thing, that's how you access the mystery gift menu. You don't need to use that. In fact, that's a dead menu. Just because it still exists in the game's code, you can still access it, but it doesn't do anything. You do not need to unlock that menu in order to get the Aurora and Mystic tickets. You just beat the league, as I've shown already in my many clips. And also, yes, I shrunk the screen a little bit because, I mean, the aspect ratio is actually correct. It looked a bit more wider for me, but yeah, it works pretty fine. So... I'm going to go with just doing damage this time. I'm not going to go for the poison, because that was an interesting thing. Unfortunately, it didn't work the way I was expecting, because he decided to spam Psychic and not recover, and I got a critical bite. Of all things, a critical bite. So it's kind of interesting I now have to do the proper final Pokemon boss that you can recruit as a new actual boss fight and not just tossing the Master Ball. Everybody saves their Master Ball for Mewtwo because they don't go for the roaming legend. They just transfer those beasts over from Colosseum, which you can't do here, but I guess it gives more reason to trade, but you don't have online trading. It's stuck to local only. Which I guess makes sense for the Virtual Console 3DS versions of Gen 1 and 2 as well, because they weren't able to connect to Pokemon Stadium on NSO, even through wireless connectivity, which would have been nice. Just like, use your 3DS as like a controller or something, but they didn't do that, so that's this is what we have, I'm afraid. It could be made compatible at a later date. We never know. But I guess another problem is, because it's on the same system, you would need to have two systems. So you'd ever need a Switch 2 and another Switch 1 or Switch 2 to link them together, like you would have for a GBA to go to the GameCube. So I guess that's another reason why they don't want to do it that way, because it's more hardware that is a lot more expensive than before. Let's go Bubble Redux. The problem is, if I get hit by a Psychic, I lose my I lose my sleeper. And he went for a recover. That's not good. If I can put him to sleep, I might hit him with a Frenzy Plant and then go for catching. Damn it! I forgot that. Oh, come on! Wow! The timing is impeccable. Well, at least you're back to full health. So now I can risk the Frenzy Plant. Watch me get a crit again. Right, you're asleep? I now need to lower your health, my guy. Recover and safeguards a pain in the bottom. Right. Frenzy Plant! So yeah, even though I didn't replicate my file again, the only difference would have been is that I would have been catching 3 Pokemon that you couldn't get on physical versions unless you had the event. And even then, I'm pretty sure that the Mystic and Aurora tickets were, even though in the code for the original games, the events never came out outside of Japan, which is the ironic thing. I guess Leech Seed, excuse me, would be the better idea. Well, he one-shotted me anyway, that's to be expected. Yep, use next Pokemon. I have heals, do not worry. We can actually resist your Psychic with bulky special defenses here. Ha! Damn it. Oh, and by the way, this is Gen 3, so we can use the Pokeflute if we're asleep, which is not a problem, but I just like pointing that out, because in Let's Go, you can't do that, so I buy maximum awakenings to basically restore that feature. Could you go to sleep, please? The thing is, as well, he's exerting his pressure, so we're losing a lot of PP here. Yeah, I forgot to use Safeguard at some point. I are stupid. I don't have the most healing items, but I have them more spread out. We're in it for the long haul right here. I'm just trying to whittle him down so I can actually, you know, get some bloody Pokeballs tossed. The problem is getting to that point. Which is another reason why people just use their... I keep forgetting he has the Safeguard. Right, now I can hit him with it. I've hit him with it twice, but he had the Safeguard up. And of course I miss. Okay, I'm already half out on the Hypnosis. Should I just Calm Mind? I think I'm going to Calm Mind. Ow. I might have to heal again. So far I've tossed 1 Ultra Ball in 15 minutes. I guess I could have probably made this to a live stream. I was going to cut out every time I had to toss balls, but just getting to that point with Mewtwo, I mean, kind of a pain here. I mean, I guess it just shows that Mewtwo is really that strong, but because of... I'm basically a victim of circumstance. I was not intending to go for the Roaming Legend. I just happened to bump into it literally after getting off the Sevi Islands, saving at Cerulean City Poke Center, coming back to the game another day, was going to head in here to get in front of this guy, or just toss the Master Ball, and first encounter before I even enter the cave, and it just happens to be Entei. Like, what are the chances? Yeah, you're full of health, mate. Yeah, I should have got the Leech Seed off. That would have been helpful. Well, at least I know for next time. God, we're not doing any damage, and I'm buffing, damn it. I'm buffing, damn it. And that counts as physical because there's no physical special split. There's contact, no contact split, which is very interesting. Like, oh yeah, you use Blaze Kick. It does special damage, not physical, even though it's a kick. However, because it is a kick, it does physical, but not actually physical damage. It does contact damage. Therefore, you get hit by Rough Skin. Like, it's so dumb. I'm glad they fixed that in Gen 4 onwards. And that's what PokéMMO runs on. It runs on Gen 5, the Gen 5 battle engine, because it uses black and white as its base. That's the wrong one. Right. I think I'm at max now. Am I at max now? Oh, it lowered one of my stats because only one of my stats went up because he hit me with it. Yeah, he's spamming Swift now because he knows that it's not doing as much. Well, Psychic wasn't doing as much. Unless he's out of Psychics. Have I stalled him out on that? Maybe. I'm gonna be a bit cheeky here. Let's get Max Revive on... Actually, no. Getting a Max Revive is pointless. Just get a normal Revive, because it's not gonna live a Psychic, so that'll be a waste. Still recovering, you bitch! Betty, Betty. Hit him with the Psychic Blast. Wow, we're still doing the same amount of damage even though I'm maxed out on buffs? I'm +6. Yeah, that Psychic's not doing anything because of my special defense through the roof. Okay, that's decent damage. Sleep, please. You haven't used a safeguard in a while. Oh, come on, Sleepy! You bastard. You know what? He needs some milk. Honestly, the fact that you can bulk buy the free drinks plus Moo Moo Milk on aisle 2 is amazing. You don't have to buy them one at a time, plus Moo Moo Milk. Hypnosis. Hypnosis nuts. Oh, come on. Now that he's not protected by Safeguard, I can't land the bloody sleep. It's dumb. I'll hit him with the Psychic again, I guess. You'll run out of recovers soon. One more. Do not crit him, I swear to God. Ah! Right, put him to sleep, please! You missed a game! Stop missing that bloody... Your name... You are Hypno. Hypnosis should be your forte. How are you failing on doing your namesake? In fact, your namesake is Sleepy. Put the enemy to sleep. That's what I called you. Like... Mewtwo's just too hyped up. Oh, come on! Now you put a safeguard up. I haven't even hit you with sleep. So the fact that you put that up is now just annoying. Because it's the only thing I can do. So I'm just going to start tossing balls and see what happens. Great ball! I've got Pokeballs too, you know. I bought Pokeballs specifically for this moment. But Great Balls are always better than Ultra Balls. Despite the fact that they're supposed to be 2 times effective. While a Great Ball is 1.5 times effective. Pokeballs is the flat 1. I always have better luck with Great Balls. And if I start failing on Great Balls, that's when I toss the random Ultra Ball and it seems to work better then. I just have a better catch rate with Great Balls in general. You know, I thought for a second there you were going to show me up. And be like, oh yeah, you know what? You want Ultra Balls to work? What's my health right now? Yeah, I can take another hit. Let's see what happens. There's another recover. Blech. It is also crazy what a 15% accuracy difference between Hypnosis and Sleep Powder makes. Because I hit Sleep Powder almost, like, pretty much all the time, unless I start the battle off with it. It's kind of insane. I'm gonna need another heal here. Sleepy's just chugging the drinks. He's just been disrespectful to this powerful being. This is gonna be my last psychic, by the way, and I don't think it will live it. I won't live another Swift, actually, so, milk. Sleepy needs some milk. No! Why? Why would you do this? You know what, just go back to balls. Great ball. This is where we start cutting. Oh! We got like 4 balls deep. And, he decides to heal again. And now you're not protected. Literally that entire round of safeguard, and that's what happens. I don't think I could... Can I not hit him anymore? Am I out of psychics? I've got 1 psychic left. Hit him! Never mind. Oh, we're back to this now, are we? Shanova Beach. Yeah, well, Sleepy can't really do anything now unless we put him to sleep! Right, let's see if this extra attack power actually makes a difference. I'm pretty sure he's resisted because it's, you know, fighting type against a psychic type, but hey, let's see if we can hit him. Punch! That did basically nothing. Let's not forget, by the way, that even though that obviously the psychic is also not very effective and resisted, it is stab, right? But I've got +6 on my special defense and special attack, which is my lowest stat, by the way. Focus Punch is a 150 power, while psychic is 60 below that. I don't even think I got the special defense drop once. Yeah, that's not good. It's asleep right now. I'm gonna have to swap. That's annoying. And it's gonna wake up. No, it didn't. Okay. I'm gonna hit it with an Aurora Beam, because I don't... No, poo. Oh, double poo! Wakes up to a safeguard. Like, really, man? Aha! Your Swift has been nerfed, my boy. I'm just going to keep chipping it down. Whee! Roar Beam. I know I could have Ice Beam, but I didn't bother grinding the coins for that. Right, here we go again. Until we get either a recovery or something bad happens. Ah, there it is. Wow, that was very short-lived. If I hit you with a... Don't get a crit. Okay, he's full health. That was probably the better move. Come on. Okay, that crit was definitely scary, because that must have been a high roll on a crit on the first attempt as well. That was insane. While it was poisoned, mind you. Badly poisoned at that. Speaking of, there's the crit again that I just spoke about. Holy hell. Alright, you know what? Pokeball! That'd be a flex. I was about to say. I'm now beginning to wonder if that was actually a Great Ball and Ultra Ball, would that have actually caught? Because that was a free wobble with a single Pokeball. If it was asleep, it probably would have caught as well. That's ridiculous. I mean, I guess it would be more of a flex if I put it in like a netball or a nest ball or something. Yeah, but I'm not doing that. That seems too silly. The thing is as well, I'm not attacking it with my best moves, even though it's level 70, and I know for a fact it can take them. It's just that it's that mental, like, thing in your brain, right? It's like, I don't want to hit it with my strongest attack in case I get a crit, and I one-shot it. Even though it's stronger than me in both stats and level. Level being separate, because your level does make a difference, but even if it's a higher level, it may not necessarily live. But it's Mewtwo, so, you know. Item? Because we've seen what the critical hit does with a bite. That's a 60 power attack, boosted with the freaking black glasses. Okay, that didn't do as much as last couple of times. It must have been a very low roll. Come on, get down to the raid once again so I can toss the balls. Ha 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 ha. I've been recording for almost half an hour already. This is insanity. I didn't think this was going to be the whole video. I've still got 2 more legends to go for yet. Hell, I might just have it all in one and just have, like, chapter select like I used to. Because this could have been a stream, but again, it was only going to be the 3 new ones. One of them would have been Master Ball, or if I didn't even have the Master Ball, it would have just been those 3, and that's it. But I have no Master Ball, so I have to... I feel like showing Mewtwo, like, properly without the Master Ball is kind of worth it, due to the fact that I've shown that I Master Balled the Roaming Legend. This would have basically been the Roaming Legend if I didn't have the Master Ball. Let's not deny it. I don't want to swap because I feel like he's going to heal. Let's try the Pokeball again. It matches your health bar, my guy. It's spamming Safeguard, and it no longer has Safeguard. I think he's running out of PP. I might want to put him to sleep. In fact, he hasn't even been with a Swift recently, either. You bastard. Well, I'm going to use this turn to at least heal up. That seems like a good idea. Because if he's not hitting me with anything else, then at the very least, let's get our health up a bit. Yeah, he's spamming Safeguard at the moment. That's worrying. I think I might have stalled him out. Right, we full send on Great Balls. Aha! Right. Sleep Powder! Get him! Yeah, he's faster than me! That's not good news! Right, I'm not going to be able to hit him with that. I'm not going to be able to put him to sleep. Is my Venusaur faster than my... Let's see, 120. Actually faster than Sleepy. Intriguing. Yep, so I can't put him to sleep, really. I'm just going to have to keep doing this. Maybe I need to predict when Safeguard's going to disappear, because then I could actually... Oh, no! He's out of moves! Don't kill yourself! Oh! This is the time. As long as he doesn't get a crit, I don't think he will die. His health is slowly dropping. He's still got Safeguard! You... Nah! That's not fair, dude! I'm trying to put you to sleep and keep you alive! Okay, it didn't even go down by a pixel there. Bulba, you can't be missing! Dude is struggling, and you're gonna let him get knocked out? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. You couldn't get his health any lower than that. I think I got a full set of Ultra Balls at this point. I don't have a choice. Come on! His health cannot be any lower. If you do not... If he wakes up, it's over. So if you want to live, get in the ball. If you want to live, get in the ball. If you want to live, get in the ball. I'm going to keep saying it. If you want to live, get in the ball. Because if you wake up and slap me, you're down. Dude. Should I try to predict when he wakes up? Oh! That was a chance. But he may be dead. His health didn't drop. I got him again! Let's go! The prediction! Alright, more Ultra Balls, let's go! Oh, this is interesting. Although it would be nice if the ball could start wobbling. I haven't cut any of this out. Oh boy. Come on, no! That was 3 wobbles! Lucky Pokeball, go! Damn it, no! He's still asleep! Do I go for the prediction again? I've got one more chance. Oh, oh my god, the prediction again! Is he gonna live? Is it gonna matter? Nah, it didn't matter. He's gone. Ah, oh, damn it. Alright, back we go. Alright, I'm gonna try something a little bit different starting off this time. Go Lenny, punch him with a Shadow Ball straight up. Well, that didn't work very well now, did it? It was worth a shot. He could have started with a Safeguard. He could have used the Recover Turn 1 like he had done before, but this time he didn't do that. Alright, how are we going to start this off then? Start us off ski with Mermaid Man. Let's get his health down. The problem is it's got all this bloody PP back now. And I never once hit him with a Surf, so I might as well pop that off, see what happens. That did a lot of psychic damage. Well, he only has 10 psychics, so got to keep that in mind. The problem is that damage is actually kind of insane. Maybe I should go back and just start off with Sleepy, my Hypno, and just be disrespectful. I can also Sand Attack. Yeah, why not? Because then if he tries to hit me, he'll be missing a lot. And he can't recover that. Although, does Safeguard stop stat changes as well? No, it doesn't. Stat changes can still happen. It's stats problems that he's blocked by. So if I just spam Sand Attack, give him a -6. So that's 2 so far. Yeah, you keep healing, dude. This is going to work out incredibly well. Because that means even if he can hit me, he'll barely do so. That's 3. Yep, you're at full health, mate. Sure. 4. That's fine. 5. He's still spamming Recover. He's anticipating me hitting him. Mate, I'm not stopping until I get this last Sand Attack off. There is no way you just hit that. Well, he's 5 out of 6, and he got a pointless crit. At least Mermaid Man took the crit. Well, he's at 5 out of 6. That's not too bad. But I am going to be a little bit more disrespectful here. And just hit him with the Leech Seed. You may think that that'll be a bit interestingly weird, because why would I do that? I'm basically putting a guaranteed timer on this guy. But it would technically speed it up a little bit for reattempts. And if he keeps recovering, I'll still be doing a little bit of damage. So that's kind of the idea there. Let's do a normal strength. Let's see what happens. Okay. You know what? I might have this introduction for this video and maybe another video, because I was intending to only make one, but this is becoming quite long just for one encounter. So the last 3 I might have to make a separate video, because this is still technically in-game, but I did cover, like, the fix as well as the changes. So that might be something that people might be interested in. So it might be worth saying that this is a changes video plus the roaming legend, and then this is like the main bulk. I might split the video into 2, I don't know. Why am I hesitating on Pokeballs? Just toss them, damn it. Great Ball or Ultra Ball, it don't matter. Why is he trying to hit me? Heal, you fool! You're gonna kill yourself. Oh, I need to go Hypno. It's like when I try to counter his recover, he doesn't even bother recovering. It's very strange. Like, if another turn goes by and he does not use recover, he's dead. He's just killed himself. Why would you spam recover when you're hit, when you're at full HP, but then you won't do it when you're in the red, while actively losing health? I don't get this guy sometimes. Alright, so I fast forwarded just getting up to +6 with Calm Mind, starting immediately off with Sleepy, so I can just tank whatever he throws at me, and then I can just, you know, get started with actually tossing some balls. Although, he is weakening me quite a bit, because Swift does a lot of damage. And I can't buff my defense. Oh god, I got the special defense drop. If I hit him with another Psychic, that will actually knock him out. Yeah, I can't do that, so it's ball time. Does Mewtwo actually have a lower catch rate than basically every other Pokemon in existence? It probably is like 1, while every other legend is like 3 or something. So maybe I should just spam Ultra Balls. I don't know. I never actually looked up Mewtwo's catch rate because I don't normally need to. I just Master Ball him. Yeah, we already know Focus Punch doesn't do anything, so that's pointless. Just let him waste his PP. Oh my god, that does way more damage than I was thinking. Yeah, I can't do another one of those. That's actually pretty bad, getting the special defense drop. Yeah, I'm just going to have to toss Ultra Balls and see what happens. Would you stop recovering as soon as I'm about to get ready to machine gun Pokeballs into your face? Could you imagine that, though? I mean, is that what Team Rocket do? They just get a friggin' Gatling gun, just Pokeballs, and they just snipe everything? Why do they not do that normally? It could have been like an OG Pokemon card. Ah, you... Come on! The reason why I clicked that is so I could put you to... I didn't even get to put him to sleep. Nah. Son of a biscuit. No, nice neat 100 on the HP. I just thought maybe I'll pop off a Hypnosis, I'll put him to sleep. Could you stop recovering when I'm trying to put you to sleep, please? That's kind of defeating the purpose of putting you to sleep. Well, at least I did. Maybe I should have got some X accuracies. Just pop a couple of them off so I could just get to sleep all the time. Oh, now I need to hit you again with Psychic to knock you down a bit. That's not the best, but you're asleep now, so we go again. Uno más. Of course, that's when he wakes up. Wow, dude, you're not doing any damage to me. That's kind of funny, actually. Hypnosis! Hypnosis nuts! I don't think I can make that joke anymore. I'm just going to quickly pop off a heal before something bad happens. Like if he wakes up immediately when I toss a Pokemon and kills me with a Swift. Okay. We go again. Oh, trouble! Even though you can interpret the yellow of an Ultra Ball to be like U in both directions. It's actually an H for Hyper Ball, as it was in Japan, I think. It's not really being much hyper right now, is it? I didn't cut any of that out because I was talking. Dude! Do critical hits still ignore stat buffs? Like in Gen 1? Because that did half my health. But the last one barely did 16 HP damage. What? That's a bit weird. I missed. He still has recovers. Ah! Can I just put you to sleep, please? And don't you dare get double crit. See, look, that did nothing. Mewtwo's operating under Gen 1 rules. Psychic his face. Please don't kill. Okay, cool. Right, gonna hyper. Then I'm gonna cut out my item usage. Can you stop recovering? Like, you gotta run out of PP at some point. This is why Sleepy's up at front, to whittle you down so we can just get moving. Because once all the psychics are gone, everyone else can come out. Because the psychic is the problem for one-shotting my Ivy's, my Venusaur, excuse me. I don't have any more psychics. Put him to sleep! Before he heals again! Hell yeah! Now we can go balls again. One random Pokeball for good luck. There was no luck in that ball. Hi! Kobe! Yeet! Jordan! Ah, the memes had to end sometime, didn't they? Ow. Ah! Well, at least he didn't hit me, I guess. I was debating if I wanted to heal. Oh dear, actually, that's a problem. I can't hit him now. I mean, I've not used a single one of my Evas. Yeah, I'll just use one of these. Screw it. Why not? There we go. Still in it. Still in the thick of it. For those who know the meme. That's the menu. Yeah, that does like precisely half of his health. Maybe a little bit more. Just a bit more. So I really cannot hit him more than once. Kinda sucks, actually. Yeah, getting that drop really did not help me, and it's the only time I've had the special defense drop with Psychic this battle as well. The amount of times I've actually landed it. So I know I think it's a 1 in 10 chance or something that you get the drop. It's like getting the freeze effectively, so it is quite rare, but it still feels like it doesn't happen as often. Yeah, I did more than half damage because recover heals half. You are kidding me! Sleepy! Let's not forget that according to the critical hits that we were taking from Mr. Balls for Hands over there, he was doing like 16 HP damage to me with Psychics, but then a crit knocked him out. So that didn't even factor in the special defense drop. Sleepy just said, screw it, I want him out of my face. I want him in the ball, mate! Okay, we're back to being maxed out again. Hang on. Do I do that? Alright, we're maxed out on the Calm Minds yet again. So I'm just cutting that out all of a sudden now, I guess. Just save a little bit of time. Almost up to an hour of recording now. I'm thinking, do I just say screw it and just continuously toss balls endlessly? I don't think it's got a safeguard up. Let me put him to sleep, then I'll start doing it. There we are, okay. I mean, I guess I could hit him with one Psychic as well at this point. Yeah, why not? Hit him with one Psychic. I was hoping the Quick Claw would have popped, but that's fine. Alright, ball time. Oh, wait, I haven't got the drop. Okay, so it might be worth hitting him again. Yeah, you know what, I'll do that. And then I'll start tossing balls. And if it heals, I'm just going to full send on balls. That's it. Heal when I needed. So I'll just be cutting out literally everything. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's just use all my Ultra Balls and see what happens. Now, if anyone's wondering, like, since I showed my money at the start of the match, before fighting, that I don't have a lot of money, I basically haven't sold any of my rare items, like nuggets and stuff. So I've been operating on just prize money alone. How dare you? Every time I say I'm going to full send on Pokeball, something happens that I have to change my strat. Let me get my special defense back, please. Rude. How about you go back to sleep since you haven't renewed your safeguard yet? How about you do that for me? Yeah, that's what I thought, mate. Get in with one of these. Come on, you couldn't have gone yellow. Right on the cusp of being yellow. Quick Claw pop. I got the special defense drop again. Gonna full send on Pokeballs. My special defense drops. I'm gonna lower his health. His special defense drops. Can we not with these? Just get in the ball and end this. Right, can't put him to sleep. Gotta heal. He heals. I can't get into a rhythm. I gotta keep chipping him down again and again and again. Mate, you already got a safeguard up. How about you wait for it to end before you move? Because it has to end before... Because you move before it ends, you see. Just gonna toss one random ass Pokeball. Just wait out the safeguard, which I think will end this turn. Oh, come on! I don't put any status problem on you, and you don't bloody heal. But when I don't give you one, you heal all the time. I gave you a Leech Seed so you would heal more often. You didn't heal once. I think you did it once with the poison. But that's just the one time. He just renewed the safeguard and I wasn't paying attention. No, I just missed. Well, I've got to heal again anyway, so whatever. Right, that does nothing, right. Hypnosis, please. No! Come on! He didn't have one up, and he does it on the turn that I was going to hit him with, and I hit him with it. No, you know what? I want to be disrespectful now. Get in the ball. A Pokeball. Box standard. I barely get 2 Pokeballs in. I have to hit him again. No! Okay, that's scary. Right, I'm going back to Ultra Balls. Let's not be fancy. God freaking... Every time! Every time! Oh, he's going to hit me with Hypnosis. Better heal first. Thing is, I don't know if I can hit him again now. Do I take the chance? Let's see what happens. It can't be that powerful of a difference, can it? Oh boy. Alright. That's dangerous. Well, you're in the red now. And you don't want to be fancy, you don't want to be box standard, but I'm giving you a good ball. Dude, come on, like... I can't give you anything else. Literally. There's nothing else I can do. I think I just misplayed. Yeah, I did. He got a crit anyway, it wasn't even mad. Oh, poo. I hope he doesn't have any more psychics left. Because he's in the prime position to be put to sleep right now. Come on, my guy! He saw it coming again! And I got him! Right, don't hit him with anything special, because that'll kill him. Do I dare hit him with Leech Seed now? Probably not, because he's gone through a lot of his recovers. He's in yellow. I'm just going to have to go back to the balls. I should have healed, but even if I did, the crit probably mad. Dude's healing again. Frenzy Plant will kill him. Like, straight up, it will kill him. But he still has recovers. I'm hitting with a Leech Seed, I don't care. He just wasted that recover. Problem is, I've got to sift through that animation now. I probably should turn animations off. But then it's not enjoyable to watch. Those wanting to watch the struggle. Well, I'm dead. He still had a Psychic sitting in his pocket. Okay. Let's just send Lenny out for fodder. Let me get my Hypno back. So I have no idea how many Psychics he has left. And I'd rather he get through those. Okay, that's a Swift. Why did you not hit me with a Psychic? Was that your final Psychic and you pulled it out on my big bulb? That's just rude. Yeah, I'm just doing some emergency medical triage right now. He still had a recover in his pocket, so at least that's still dwindling that down a bit. The thing is, though, I want to be putting him to sleep while Leech Seed's doing its thing, so when he wakes up, he pops off recover. That was the idea. You know what? I'm sending up Bulba again. Bulba Redux. Stop wasting your recovers, you fool! Don't you know what you were going to do to yourself? It's not, please. Right. He's not popped up a Psychic. So, let's get Bulba Redux back out here. I need to put you to sleep immediately. Yeah, he didn't hit me with a Psychic that time. Dude. I don't need you missing now. Actually, is it worth now? He's down this far. Nah, I can still do it. There we are, I popped off a recover. That's the only one way. Right. The new strat begins. And I will have to use Ultra Balls because he's at full health. And technically, this gives me health back. He always seems to... You still had another Psychic. Come on, dude. Where are you pulling these out from at this point? Why did you hit me with 2 swifts? You know, it gets to a point where, like, it's not fun anymore, and I just want you to get in the ball now. I've had the thrill. It's been an hour. Can you just get in the ball, please? Yeah, I don't know if I can risk putting him to sleep now. I can't calm mind. Yeah, well, I can't put him to sleep anyway. He didn't even do that when the bulb was out. Like, what the heck? Does he have recovers? I think he might be. I might have to full send on balls. Why do I put the time limit on myself? I should start with Leech Seed, so he burns through all of his recovers. But then if I do that, he'll immediately Psychic me, so that'll be a complete waste. Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to do that at some point. Now his health's just going to be helter-skelter, which is why I'm just going to be tossing balls constantly. Even though my calm minds are not maxed out, I don't really have turns to waste doing that. Can you wobble? There is no way in hell. I missed it anyway, so I didn't hit him. Back to the balls! Please get in. I'm asking nicely. He's spamming recover again. So this is the thing, I don't know if he's run out of Psychics or not, because he doesn't use it for a while. But if I send something out that's weak to Psychic, he just one-shots it. Like, when he gets low on PP, he starts to be smart about it. I'm taking the chance. I'm sending Bulba back out. Yeah, he's still spamming heal. Right, just cutting a little bit of stuff out of here because the Leech Seed just adds more to it. I was about to say, you use Safeguard, well, he's just alternating between Safeguard and Recover now. So I need to hit him with the Sleep Powder now. He still has Swifts. But he didn't hit me with the Psychic again. Why is he trying to soften me up? He already one-shotted me with the Psychic. And that wasn't even a crit, so he knows he can do it. Anyways. 19 Ultra Balls left. On this particular round, at least. And they don't wobble! Now, I know he moves before I do, even. But I'm just going to toss another ball and see what happens. The thing is, I might put this video after the Cerulean Cave video, since obviously I talked about the Roaming Legend at the time, but now I've got it, and that's a different thing. And since I haven't done anything else on this file up until that point anyway, and I mentioned the Mystery Gift events, we could then have the other video be at the end of the playlist. Because at least then chronologically it still makes sense. I might do that. I've got to finish this video first. If you'd like to get in the ball, you've made this become 2 videos, mate. I knew it was going to be long, but it would be nice if my balls could actually bloody wobble. And that is not a euphemism. Yeah, I forgot he had Safeguard up. I've just been clicking the button. I zone out. That's the problem. I'm zoning out right now. But putting him to sleep right now is not a smart decision. I'm going to go Great Balls. They're just... The Ultra Balls are just not working. Right, do you want to heal on this turn or something? Or are you just going to die and just be absolutely disrespectful? He's going to die and be absolutely disrespectful. This is not fun anymore. This is the one thing I hate with Legends. You can be tough, you can be annoying to catch, but the fact that we've now gone for 5 rounds of this is kind of annoying. Alright, change of plan. I'm hitting him with Leech Seed immediately. I've had enough of this shenanigans. I'm putting you on a time limit at the very start, my boy. And you do not one-shot me. You fool. Get Leech Seeded, you bitch. Right in between your toes. That must be so irritating. Alrighty. To sleep with you, bitch. Because now you're just going to be recovering like a bloody Maureen. Ha-ha! Look at that. Hit them both first try. And then we've got the leech seeds. Now I can just balls immediately. All the Ultra Balls, let's begin. Once again. That was fun. You're still getting leech seeded, my boy. See, the reason why I'm trying to go in this particular direction is because obviously the less health that the Pokemon has, the more chance you have on catching it. So every time I'm tossing a ball, technically my chances are always getting better. Every time I toss a ball because his health keeps dropping. Plus with the sleep. Obviously it's not going to be as low as possible, but it keeps getting better every time. And that's the idea I'm going with here. Damn it! He finally got it off. And it was the turn it was going to hit him as well. Why does that keep happening? Like, I think very rarely have I missed the attack after he put on a safeguard. Well, back to balls. At least this is a lot less hassle for me to try and set it up in order to start tossing balls. That means I'm getting more chances going. And Bulba's dead. I like how you use Swift that many times to try and soften him up. Again, you can one-shot him. You just decide not to. Should I just go sleepy at this point? That might be the best play, since he can't really do anything now. Yeah, and because I'm getting health as well, I probably don't even need to up my defenses that much. I'll do it once, because the Psychic can still do a pretty decent amount of damage without it. Yeah, that's about, like, just almost 50. So if I give 2, then I'll start with the balls, I think. I'll be tossing them like Pikmin at your face. Alright, do you want to recover at some point there, buddy? Your health's getting a bit low. So this is the stupid part. He has recovers. He hasn't used them hardly at all. And yet, he's deciding to not heal. Just to be a douche novel. Or I could just catch him! Okay! There we go! Ha-ha! Was created by a scientist after years of horrific gene splicing and DNA engineering experiments. Like, we haven't already checked this before, but hey, we got him! Transferred to Bill's PC. Hallelujah. Alright, well that took longer than expected. Is there actually an item here? There is not. Yeah, I've been using the item finder quite a bit. Now, I don't have Fly with my team, actually. As I said, I've got Wing Attack on my Crobat, so I have to just quickly run over here. But it's not too big of a problem, because I can just hop down here. And I'm basically back at the Poké Center, so that's pretty cool. Let's go see what this Mewtwo actually has going for it. Just heal up real quick. Ah! Well, I got it in an Ultra Ball. And that's actually the first time I've caught Mewtwo not with the Master Ball. So that's actually a first time thing for me. Which has happened before on the channel as well, fighting Mewtwo in round 1 of Pokemon Stadium after, what, 10 or so years after starting it way back in the day as a little kid. Hardy nature. Yeah, it's 20 recovers, 25 safeguards. So that's quite a lot of PP to get through. And since I haven't checked it already, here's the Entei that I caught. Which I guess would just round off everything and bring us basically forward. Because again, if I bumped into this thing, it would have been spending the whole bloody video chasing this thing down. So I just swapped it around. And I think it might be more entertaining to watch catching Mewtwo anyway. But yeah, so that is... The fact that they have Roar is so dirty, especially since in the physical original cartridges, if I was going for it, I would have to hope to God it doesn't hit me with Roar. But I would save every time before that happens, so I would reset if he roared me, so it wouldn't have made a difference anyway, but still. The fact that that is fixed in the digital versions on Switch and Switch 2 is pretty impressive, honestly. But there we are. We have Mewtwo now actually caught because I used my Master Ball on the Roaming Legend. I've given you more information on the Roaming Legend. So the only thing left to do now is actually get on with the Mystery Gift Pokemon. The trio of Mystery Gift Pokemon being Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Deoxys, or Deoxys, however you want to pronounce it. But I'll have to delete that for yet another video because that took a while. I was expecting it to take a while, but not over an hour. It probably should have been, but the other birds didn't take me that long. I was able to squeeze them into a video while going through their dungeon, but you win and lose. Yeah, I am going to be sticking this in between going through Cerulean Cave before, and so that's going to be after that, but before we go for the other Sevii Island stuff. That's the plan. So, see you guys next time for when we do get around to covering the event Mystery Gift Pokemon. See you guys then.